north and south through the city, and it's one of the widest streets in Europe. And it gets its name from the gentleman that you'd see if you look out to the front left-hand side of the bus here now, called Daniel O'Connell. Daniel O'Connell was known in Irish history as the Liberator. He got Catholic Emancipation Act passed, which gave Catholics the right to vote and to hold office. Before that, we weren't even allowed to be educated. Daniel O'Connell was known in Irish history as the Liberator. The gentlemen standing around his feet represent the different trades and professions. The four-winged creatures at the base of the monument represent his virtues: patience, eloquentism, courage and fidelity. Between the four-winged creatures there is a coat of arms, each one representing one of the four provinces of Ireland: Ulster, Munster, Leinster and Connaught. Now I'm afraid Daniel O'Connell didn't have white hair. His white head at the moment is compliments of the birds of the city. Now as we drive by, if you take a look at the second winged creature as we pass, you'll note that she has a bullet hole in her elbow. Now I have been reliably informed that there are over 20 bullet holes in this monument altogether. I haven't counted them personally, mind. This last winged creature here on your right.
On your elbow. I saw one.
Now this white statue that's coming up just beyond the traffic lights on your right hand side is the statue of Sir John Gray. Sir John Gray was the gentleman who brought clean water here to the city, which eradicated the water-based diseases such as cholera and typhoid. The next statue here on the right is the statue of Sir John Gray. No, it's not. This is Jim Larkin. Jim Larkin brought the trade union movement here to Ireland. And on your left we have the General Post Office, or for short the GPO. It was outside there on Easter Monday in 1916 that Padraig Pearse read out the proclamation stating Ireland's independence. On your left, the Henry Street, the busiest shopping street on the north side of the city. That tall steel structure that we just passed is known as the Dublin Spire. It's over 120 metres tall, it's made from stainless steel and it's wind resistant. And the top 9 metres are illuminated, and a lot of Dubliners don't see the point. It has several little nicknames: the pole in the hole, the rod to God, even the stiletto in the ghetto, to name but a few. Now folks, there are 5 Georgian squares in the city, 3 on the south side and 2 on the north side. We have been through 2 of the 3 on the south side. We went around Merrion Square and we also went around St. Stephen's Green. Now we're going to make our way around one of the 2 on the north side of the city. This one coming up is called Parnell Square. And Parnell Square gets its name from this gentleman at the top of the street called Charles Stuart Parnell. Charles Stuart Parnell fought for Home Rule, a limited form of independence, and almost achieved his aim until a scandal and a divorce split his party and divided the country. Coming up on your right hand side here now is a hospital called the Rotunda Hospital. The Rotunda Hospital is the oldest purposely built maternity hospital, not only in Dublin but in the Western world, and it gets its name Rotunda from the round building that was purposely built beside it, that was used as an entertainment centre to raise funds for the running of the hospital. We've now turned onto the west side of Parnell Square, formerly known as Rutland Square. In its day it was one of the most prestigious of the Georgian squares. Typical Georgian townhouses here on your left hand side. The park area that's normally in the middle of a Georgian square has been completely taken over by the hospital here on the right hand side. Turning on to the north side of Parnell Square, coming up on our left hand side is the Dublin City Gallery. Hugh Lane was a very important art dealer in London, a collector of impressionist art, and he died in Brother Lusitania when it was torpedoed in 1915. The Francis Bacon studio is also up here. Do I have anybody who wants to get off at this end of Parnell Square? No, that's fine. Well, we'll stay in this line of traffic, so. The red brick building with the black balcony and the wrought iron archway further on down on the left hand side is the home of the Jemison family. Or was the home of the Jemison family. It's now the Dublin Writers' Museum. And on your right, behind this blue railing, is a garden called the Garden of Remembrance, built to commemorate everybody who died during the Easter Rising of 1916. Now folks, we've almost come to the end of this tour. On behalf of myself, Anne, and City Sightseeing Dublin, I'd like to thank you all for travelling and listening, and I do hope you found the tour both enjoyable and informative. The company does allow me to say that gratuities are allowed, for which we are all very grateful. But most important of all is that you use that ticket to its best advantage by getting on and off the red line and the yellow line buses as often as you can. A red line bus leaves bus stop number 1 where we're pulling into every 15 minutes, right throughout the day till the last bus at 6 o'clock this evening, and it starts again at 9 o'clock in the morning. The yellow tour is finished for today. It leaves bus stop number 1 every half an hour, every 30 minutes. From the first one at 10:30 in the morning to the last one at 3:30 in the
Just walk back
afternoon.
there and then we'll come up here and get on the
There
bus.
are
and
red
back
buses
over.
up in front, folks. I'm actually going out of service. Being that I have done my stint, I'm allowed to go home. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't let the rain put you off. Get on and off as much as you can. We do get quite close to all the attractions, so you shouldn't get
Here
too
where you can
wet.
give her.
Enjoy the rest of your stay.